Ladies and gentlemen, we all have something in common, something so valuable that even the richest man in the world cannot buy more of it. What is it? Time. Time is the great equalizer. You get 24 hours, I get 24 hours. Presidents, CEOs, students, and farmers, we all live by the same clock. But here's the key, it's not how much time you have, it's what you do with it that makes all the difference. You see, money lost can be earned again, but time wasted, gone forever. That's why managing your time is not just a skill, it's a responsibility. We often say, I'll do it later, but remember, later is not a day on the calendar. Someday is not a strategy. If something matters, schedule it. If it doesn't, eliminate it. The clock is always ticking. And the question is, are you spending your time or are you investing it? And don't confuse movement with progress. You can be busy all day and achieve nothing. Being busy is not the same as being productive. You must learn to prioritize, because what you say yes to determines what you say no to. And here's the truth. Either you run the day or the day runs you. The successful don't have more time, they just make better use of it. They guard it. They value it. They don't spend it mindlessly, they allocate it purposefully. So let me ask you, how are you spending the most limited resource you'll ever have? Remember, you can't get more time, so manage it well, because your future is shaped not by chance, but by how you use your hours today. Time is more valuable than money. You can always make more money, but never more time. You don't manage time, you manage yourself within time. Success is hidden in your daily agenda. Watch how you spend your hours. Don't prioritize your schedule, schedule your priorities. Discipline weighs ounces, regret weighs tons. Be disciplined with your time. Learn to say no. Every yes to the wrong thing is a no to the right thing. Be busy being productive, not just busy being busy. Time is a silent partner. It either works for you or against you. Use deadlines to create urgency, otherwise time slips away unnoticed. If you don't design your time, someone else will. Time is more valuable than money. You can always get more money, you can lose it, earn it back, invest it, or borrow it. But time, once it's gone, it's gone. There's no refund, no extension, no second shot at the same hour. You can't go to the bank and get a loan for an extra day. That's why every rasik of the clock matters. People trade time for money every day. But the truly wise reverse the deal. They use their time to build value that lasts longer than a paycheck. Because when you use your time right, the money follows. But when you chase money without honoring your time, you end up broke in both. Think about it at the end of your life. What will you wish you had more of? Not cars, not cash. You'll wish you had more time, time with your family, time to live, time to enjoy what you work for. But by then, you can't buy back a single second. So treat time with the respect it deserves. Guard it. Spend it wisely. Invest it in things that grow your mind, your health, your relationships, your future. Because once you understand the value of time, everything else starts to make sense. You don't manage time, you manage yourself within time. Time doesn't change. It doesn't speed up or slow down for anyone. We all get the same 24 hours in a day, no more, no less. The question isn't, where did the time go? The real question is, what did I do with it? You can't control the clock, but you can control your choices, your actions, your focus. It's not about squeezing more into the day. It's about being more intentional with the time you already have. It's about showing up with purpose, not just passing time. Time management is really self-management. It's your habits, your attitude, your priorities. It's deciding what matters most and then having the discipline to follow through. When you manage yourself well, time seems to work in your favor, but when you drift, time becomes your enemy. It slips through your fingers. So the next time you say, I don't have time, check again. Maybe it's not time you're lacking, it's direction. Maybe it's not the clock that needs fixing, it's the commitment behind your decisions. Because the better you manage yourself, the more powerful your time becomes. Success is hidden in your daily agenda. It's not some big dramatic moment that changes your life. It's the quiet, consistent actions you take every single day. What you do today matters. The small disciplines, the simple habits, the daily choices, they stack up. They compound. They turn into results. You don't find success by accident. You design it. You plan it. You build it one day at a time. And where does it start? In your calendar. In your to-do list. In how you begin your morning and how you close your day. Success shows up when you decide that each day counts. Some people wait for inspiration. Others build routines that produce results with or without motivation. The truth is, your life doesn't rise to the level of your goals. It falls to the level of a daily habits. If you want to know where you'll be in 5 years, take a look at what you're doing today. That's the roadmap. That's the real picture. Because your future is being shaped quietly in your routine long before the spotlight ever hits. So treat your daily agenda like a blueprint. Guard it, respect it. Fill it with things that move you forward. Because if success is the destination, your daily agenda is the vehicle that gets you there. Don't prioritize your schedule, schedule your priorities. There's a big difference. Most people wake up, look at their calendar, and try to squeeze in what really matters between meetings, emails, distractions, and noise. But that's backwards. Life gets cluttered fast if you let the urgent crowd out the important. The key is to flip it. Start with what truly matters, your goals, your values, your growth, your family, your health. Put those in your schedule first. Lock them in like appointments you won't miss. Because if you don't make time for the things that move your life forward, the world will fill your day with things that don't. It's easy to stay busy. It's easy to get caught up reacting to everything around you. But being busy isn't the same as being effective. The real progress comes when you take control of your time and give it direction. Ask yourself, what are the things that deserve a place on my calendar no matter what? That's where you start. Build your day around your purpose, not around distractions dressed as tasks. When you schedule your priorities, life starts to align. You stop chasing time and start using it. You stop reacting and start creating. And that's where the magic begins. Discipline weighs ounces, regret weighs tons. Be disciplined with your time. It might not always be easy to do the right thing in the moment, to get up early, to say no to distractions, to stick to the plan when no one's watching. But the weight of that discipline is light. It's manageable. It's temporary. Now compare that to regret. Regret is heavy. It lingers. It shows up when the opportunity has passed, when the time is gone, when the chance is no longer there. And suddenly you wish you had been a little more focused, a little more consistent, a little more serious about how you spent your hours. Discipline is the price you pay up front. Regret is the debt you carry later. And the difference between the two is simple. Discipline makes you proud. Regret makes you wish. One builds, the other breaks. If you're willing to carry the small weight of discipline every day, setting goals, sticking to routines, respecting your time, you'll avoid carrying the massive weight of regret down the road. So don't look for what's easy today. Look for what's worth it tomorrow. Train yourself to do what needs to be done, when it needs to be done, even when you don't feel like it. Because every moment you spend with discipline is an investment. And every time you avoid it, you borrow from your own future. Learn to say no. It sounds simple, but it's one of the most powerful tools you'll ever use. Every time you say yes to something, you're saying no to something else, your time, your focus, your time energy. And if you're not careful, your life can get filled with things that don't matter just because you didn't have the courage to say no. People will always have requests, demands, invitations. Not all of them are bad, but not all of them are right for you. You can't do everything. You can't be everywhere. And if you try, you'll end up stretched thin, burned out, and off course. Saying no isn't selfish, it's smart. It's how you protect your priorities. It's how you guard your time. It's how you make space for what truly matters. The more valuable your time becomes, the more selective you have to be with it. Sometimes the difference between a life of purpose and a life of distraction is a simple, firm no. Not because you don't care, but because you do about your future, your goals, your vision. So don't be afraid to disappoint a few people if it means staying true to yourself. Because every no to the wrong thing is really a yes to the right thing. Be busy being productive. There's a world of difference between the two. Busy is about movement, rushing around, checking boxes, filling the day with noise. Productive is about progress, getting the right things done, the things that actually move your life forward. You can be busy from sunrise to sunset and still feel stuck. You can answer every email, attend every meeting, return every call, and still go to bed wondering what you actually accomplished. That's because being busy feels good, but it doesn't always build anything. Productivity, on the other hand, isn't about how much you do, it's about what you do that matters. Ask yourself, am I just active, or am I effective? Am I filling time, or am I fulfilling purpose? The goal isn't to do more, it's to do what counts. Focus on results, not just routines. Learn to separate the urgent from the important. When you shift from busy to productive, everything changes. Your time gets sharper, your energy gets clearer. You stop spinning in circles and start gaining ground. You start seeing the kind of progress that stacks up into something real. So don't just stay in motion. Stay on mission. Because busyness might impress people, but productivity is what changes your life. Time is a silent partner. It doesn't shout. It doesn't remind you. It just walks beside you every day, quietly, steadily, patiently. And whether you use it wisely or waste it completely, it keeps moving forward. It never argues, never negotiates, never slows down for anyone. But make no mistake, time is always keeping score. It watches your choices, tracks your habits, records your efforts. And the results, they show up later in your success, in your health, in your relationships. In the life you build or the one you settle for, you won't hear time whispering, now is your moment. It won't tap you on the shoulder and say, use me well, that's up to you. You have to be the one who recognizes its value and treats it with respect, because it will either work for you or against you. The good news, time is fair. It gives to everyone equally. The great news, if you partner with it, if you plan, if you stay consistent, if you stay focused, it multiplies your efforts. What starts as small steps becomes real momentum. So don't wait for the perfect moment. You don't waste your hours on things that don't count. Time is silent, but it speaks through your results. Listen closely. It's either helping you build the life you want or quietly watching you drift away from it. Use deadlines to create urgency, otherwise time slips away unnoticed. Without a finish line, most people just keep walking in circles. They have good intentions, big dreams, plenty of talk, but no timeline. And when there's no timeline, there's no pressure to act. The days blur together, the weeks vanish, and one day they wake up wondering where all the time went. A deadline is more than just a date, it's a decision. It's you saying this matters enough to finish. It turns someday into today. It takes vague ideas and turns them into focused action. Because when the clock is ticking, the mind sharpens. You stop overthinking and start doing. Deadlines push you. They pull the best out of you. They remind you that time isn't waiting. So why should you? You stop procrastinating. You stop making excuses. And even if you're not ready, you move because you said you would. Without a deadline, there's no urgency. And without urgency, life has a way of drifting. Projects get delayed. Goals get forgotten. Potential goes untapped. But when you give yourself a time limit, you give yourself a reason to act now. So set the date, circle it, commit to it, and let that deadline light a fire, because urgency fuels focus and focus gets things done. If you don't design your time, someone else will. Time doesn't care what you want to achieve or where you want to go. It doesn't stop or wait for you to figure things out. The world is full of distractions, obligations, and opportunities that will gladly fill your day if you let them. But if you don't take control of your time, someone else will, whether it's a boss, a friend, a family member, or just the countless things that pull you in 100 directions. The reality is, life is too short to drift aimlessly from task to task. If you don't actively choose how to spend your hours, the decisions will be made for you. You'll find yourself reacting to others' needs, responding to others' schedules, and before you know it, your time is no longer yours. You'll look back and wonder where all the hours went. To design your time is to take ownership, saying this is what I want to do and this is when I will do it. It's about setting priorities and being intentional with how you spend each day. Whether it's personal growth, building relationships, or pursuing your goals, you must decide what deserves your time and make it non-negotiable. This doesn't mean being rigid or inflexible. It means having control over your life's direction. It means aligning your actions with your values and your vision. Because if you don't take charge, you'll end up working for someone else's dream, not your own. So take a step back and design your time. Fill it with purpose. Set boundaries. Be proactive, not reactive. Your future is being shaped right now, and it's up to you how you spend these precious moments. Don't let someone else design your life. Design it yourself. In today's world, time is the most valuable, yet most often squandered resource. We're constantly surrounded by distractions and demands from all sides: work, social obligations, and the relentless noise of daily life. But the truth remains, we all have the same 24 hours in a day. What differentiates the successful from the rest is how those hours are spent. If you don't design your time, someone else will. Time does not wait. It doesn't slow down for your convenience, and it certainly doesn't come with a pause button. It's an unstoppable force that waits for no one, moving forward whether we are ready or not. The first step to mastering time is understanding that you don't manage time, you manage time, you immerse yourself within it. Time doesn't change. It's a fixed, relentless cycle that continues regardless of what happens in our lives. But we have the ability to control our actions, decisions, and habits within the framework of that time. It is this self-management that holds the key to making time work in our favor. Time alone will not bring us success, happiness, or fulfillment. It is how we use it that shapes our results. One of the most important lessons in time management is the realization that success is hidden in your daily agenda. Success doesn't come from some grand breakthrough that happens in an instant. It is the product of small, consistent actions taken day after day. The choices you make in the course of your daily routine, what you focus on, what you neglect, what you decide to invest your time in, determine whether you will reach your goals or fall short. A successful day, week, or year doesn't happen by accident. It is created by making the right decisions consistently and aligning your actions with your values. We often underestimate the power of small, disciplined actions. Discipline may weigh ounces, but regret weighs tons. The short-term discomfort of staying disciplined and focused is nothing compared to the weight of regret that follows when you let time slip through your fingers without intention. Regret is the burden you'll carry when you look back on your life and realize you could have done more, been more, achieved more, but you didn't because you lacked the discipline to prioritize the right things. On the other hand, discipline, no matter how challenging it may seem in the moment, pays off in the long run. Every action taken with purpose, every moment spent in alignment with your goals, compounds over time into lasting success and fulfillment. One of the most powerful tools you can use to stay on track is learning how to say no. Our time is limited, and every yes to something unimportant is a no to something more significant. People will always try to pull you in many directions, asking for your time, attention, and energy. But if you don't have a clear understanding of your priorities, you'll end up spread thin, giving your time away without a clear return on investment. Learn to say no to what doesn't align with your purpose. Saying no isn't selfish, it's necessary for preserving your time for what matters most. Each no is a commitment to your goals, your future, and your peace of mind. It's easy to confuse being busy with being productive. Many people spend their days rushing from one task to the next, feeling overwhelmed by the demands placed on them. But busy doesn't equal productive. It's important to distinguish between being busy and being effective. Productivity isn't about doing more, it's about doing what truly matters. It's about focusing on the activities that move you closer to your goals and eliminating the distractions that rob you of your precious time. Productive people understand that time is finite, so they invest it wisely, always prioritizing the high-value activities that bring them closer to success. One of the most significant obstacles to effective time management is the absence of deadlines. You don't set deadlines for yourself, time slips away unnoticed. Deadlines are not just about completing tasks, they are about creating a sense of urgency. They push you to focus, to prioritize, and to take action now rather than putting things off until later. Without deadlines, there's no sense of accountability. You might intend to do something, but without a firm date by which it needs to be done, it can easily get lost in the shuffle. Use deadlines to drive action, create focus, and keep yourself on track. Remember, time doesn't wait for anyone, and if you don't create urgency for yourself, you'll find that it has already passed you by. At the end of the day, your time is a silent partner. It works for you or against you depending on how you choose to spend it. Time doesn't judge, it simply reflects the choices you make. You can choose to waste time, let it slip away unnoticed, or you can choose to design it, investing it in the things that matter most. But the most important truth about time is this: you don't get more of it. No one does. You can't earn more time, borrow more time, or make more time. You have what you have, and how you use it is entirely up to you. Time is a gift. It's a limited resource that, once used, cannot be reclaimed. So design your time carefully. Fill it with purpose, set priorities, and protect them. Say no to distractions and yes to what moves you forward. Understand that every moment you spend is an investment in your future. When you use your time wisely, you build the life you want. You create success, fulfillment, and a legacy that reflects the choices you made with the most valuable resource you've been given. Time is the one thing we all have in common, but it's also the one thing that can slip away from us unnoticed. It doesn't care about our plans or dreams, and it doesn't wait for us to catch up. But if we learn to manage ourselves within time, if we design our days with intention and purpose, we can use time to our advantage. Time doesn't control us, we control how we use it. And when we take ownership of our time, we take ownership of our lives.